Robo-signing is basically when people are signing documents on behalf of financial institutions and legal entities, and they have no knowledge of really what the substance of what they're signing. And they're doing it in mass production, like thousands of documents a day. A lot of the issues are complicated, but I think you can boil it down to, if you look at a document and you see a person's name signed and it's signed 4 to 15 different ways, you know we have a problem. What I now know is that it's been going on for years, but it wasn't until April when 60 Minutes did an investigative report on DocX. And what they did was they interviewed employees or former employees of DocX who admitted on national television that they had signed Linda Green's signature and also notarized other people who were not Linda Green. Employees would interchangeably sign their names to documents as assistant secretaries or vice presidents. They had no real official relationship to the lender institution or the attorneys representing them. They just knew that they were making $7, $8, $9 an hour, and they had to sit at a table and sign thousands of documents each day. I have over 12 million land record documents in my office, and I was very concerned that they might be here. We were the first office in the country to do that. And once we did it, we then forwarded the information to the North Carolina Attorney General, as well as to federal regulators who have had active investigations around 14 of the major lenders in the United States, including Wells Fargo, Bank of America. We're working with our county attorney to look at possible litigation related to the fraudulent documents or the forged signatures. So we're looking at legal action. If an institution knowingly has documents where they are forged, the use of those documents in the commission of commerce, for me, constitutes the idea of fraud. If I would have signed 1 or 2 of those documents fraudulently or forged signatures, I'd be arrested. I'd be prosecuted. I might even be put in jail. These documents are used in the court of law, and they're used for evidentiary purposes. They're used if a person gets foreclosed on. If you don't have that in order, that ends up being the forcible taking of someone's property. It almost can be the passing of stolen goods. Over the past 15 or 20 years, banks and financial institutions have become incredibly powerful in our democracy. They've contributed a lot of money on the federal and state levels to political campaigns, and they have a tremendous amount of influence about what laws get made or not made, and in some cases, which laws get enforced or not. We lost a sense of balance, a sense of fairness, a sense of respect for the law. We've got to recover that, and right now I don't think we've got it. The idea that we can have clarity and certainty and transparency and fair dealing in these transactions is crucial, and these documents are there in order to provide that certainty. Over the past 15 years, we've gone from a land record economy where we've established the legal rights around these transactions for 300 years, and in 15 years, we've blown a hole in it. I think many public recorders and clerks that I've talked to realize that there's intuitively something very wrong here. We don't want to be a document police, and on the other hand, we don't want to be a warehouse of stolen property. And so somewhere in between, we've got to figure out a way to be relevant. And so I think there's a lot of energy to do that right now.
Rooted in what I believe is a betrayal of public trust.
We called for an immediate stoppage of foreclosure actions related to DocX. That didn't happen. And I take that silence for complicity. And I think that they know, or they should have known, what was going on, and they should have done something about it, and they didn't. And as a result, millions of Americans are living with the consequence of it today.